From the National Information Technology Development Agency, Nitda. This is Nitda Impact, your guide to a digital Nigeria.
Every day, online transactions within and across international borders continue to grow in intensity and complexity. The nature of ICT makes the world borderless. Therefore, disputes pertaining to trade and intellectual property rights such as patents, trademarks, copyrights, including software or know-how, can quickly spiral into complex legal situations. Alternative dispute resolution (ADR) mechanisms, including mediation, arbitration, expedited arbitration, and expert determination, offer parties and their lawyers high-quality, efficient, and cost-effective ways to resolve their ICT disputes out of court. On today's episode, we'll be looking at Nitda's framework on alternative dispute resolution (ADR) for the ICT sector and the prospects of ethical time-bound resolutions. I am Edidion Frank, and this is Nitda Impact.
This is Nitda Impact, your guide to a digital Nigeria.
You can be a part of this program by logging on to our website www.nitda.gov.ng or all our social media handles displayed right on your screens. Let's begin with what's making the news headlines this week. The Director General, National Information Technology Development Agency (Nitda), Kashifu Inu Abdullahi, calls on ministries, departments, and agencies to join the digitalization trend. Head of Nurul Huda Islamic School Gombe has commended Nitda's effort in ensuring all schools in the country are ICT compliant. Christian Association of Nigeria Gombe State Chapter lauds Nitda's initiative towards IT intervention. Here's the news proper. The Director General, National Information Technology Development Agency (Nitda), Malam Kashifu Inu Abdullahi, has called on all ministries, departments, and agencies to join the ongoing global digitization trend. The DG made a call when he received the Executive Secretary of the Nigerian Promotion Council, who was on a courtesy visit to the agency. Julia Dangiwa was there for Nitda Impact News.
The Director General, National Information Technology Development Agency (Nitda), Malam Kashifu Inwa Abdullahi, has called on ministries, departments, and agencies to look inward in order to join the digitalization trend, which is moving fast globally. He said the world is gradually moving from oil to ICT, hence the call for all sectors of the economy to create innovative ecosystems that provide required services. Abdullahi made this statement when he received the Executive Secretary, Export Promotion Council Segun Awolowo, with his team in the nation capital. The DG said having the vision to invest with Nitda is a step in the right direction and urged the council to engage more youth for rapid growth.
As a farmer, like you said, we don't need pyramids. Yes, we don't need pyramids. What we need is a platform ecosystem whereby an off-taker will link out to a farmer, buy from the farm. You don't even need to be there. Connect to a logistic company, transport it to you. Then also we can use it as an opportunity also to give the farmers access to financial services.
Responding, the Executive Secretary, Export Promotion Council, Segun Awolowo, said digitalization is indeed moving very fast and there is need for the Promotion Council to partner with Nitda in the area of exportation, export payment system. Awolowo said the Promotion Council has come up with a workable plan that will enable them to invest in ICT through the federal government COVID grant.
Just last week, we got a letter from the Commonwealth Secretariat in the UK, from the General Secretary, appointing somebody to come and help us on the export of services, drive it. So that's an area of collaboration directly with Nitda and the Ministry of Digital Economy. Let's see how we can capture services, how we can earn foreign exchange directly from services, and not just diaspora remittance.
The DG appreciates the initiative and calls on all agencies to emulate this kind of initiative in order to achieve the current administration of President Muhammadu Buhari's agenda on digitization. Juliet Dangiwa reporting for Nitda Impact.
The management and staff of Nurul Huda Islamic School in Gombe State have commended Nitda's initiative towards ensuring all schools in Nigeria benefit from her nationwide ICT donations to schools. Head of the school, Ibrahim Hashid, who gave the commendation when Nitda Impact team went on an inspection tour of the ICT facilities donated by the agency, said the center is indeed a game changer for the students. Sophia Ogezi has more.
The head of Nura Hashid Islamic School Gombe, Ibrahim Hashid, has lauded the efforts and initiative of the National Information Technology Development Agency, Nitda, for ensuring that all schools in the nation is not left out of the digitization trend of the President Muhammadu Buhari's led administration. Ibrahim said the initiative has proven that the present administration is working assiduously towards achieving a national digital economic policy and strategy for a digital Nigeria. He said having private schools benefit from the ongoing federal government digital programs is a step in the right direction and urged every leader to emulate the gesture. Ibrahim Hashid said this when some members of Nitda Impact team went on a tour to inspect facilities equipped by the National Information Technology Development Agency, Nitda, in the school.
Sincerely, we hold a lot of appreciations to the entire management of Nitda for bringing this to us, for considering Nurul Huda International Academy as one of the centers to benefit from this huge and massive project. We sincerely appreciate Nitda, and we also extend the appreciation to the federal government at large.
The students of Nura Huda Islamic School Gombe were full of appreciation for the timely intervention of Nitda, as the intervention came in the nick of time when students had to do online learning, attend classes virtually due to the pandemic.
First, I want to thank Nitda that brought the LIC, the computers, and the printers to us. We are very excited. We are really happy and impressed about this because it will really help us and improve us. Really appreciate it.
This LRC is very nice place, and it teaches us how to type in the computer and how to do some of our assignments and researches that we don't need. I'll be happy to thank the Nitda company for this LRC lab. Thank you.
I thank Nitda for providing a good router and good computers for the students.
It gives an avenue not only for the students but for the entire community of Nigeria to come a bit closer to the digital world.
The students, however, call on the federal government to ensure more such intervention go to as many schools as possible across the nation in order to have a digitally skilled generation at all levels of study. Sophia Ogezi, reporting for Nitda Impact.
The Christian Association of Nigeria CAN Gombe State Chapter have lauded Nitda's initiative towards ensuring that youths in the country are empowered and benefit from the digitization trend of President Muhammadu Buhari's led administration. The chairman and other officials stated this when Nitda Impact's team took a tour of the facility and intervention the association received from Nitda. Here's the report.
In continuation of the ICT intervention by the National Information Technology Development Agency, Nitda, in Gombe State, the Christian Association of Nigeria, CAN, Gombe State Chapter received ICT facilities from the agency. Speaking to the Nitda Impact team during the inspection tour of the facility Gombe State Chapter, Chairman and Caretaker Secretary Apostle John Adedigba said the intervention was timely as youths in the state are in dire need of such intervention to take them off the streets. He said youths are full of potential, ideas, and innovations, so engaging them with digital skills will not only keep the youths from social vices, but it is in line with President Muhammadu Buhari's National Digital Economy Policy for a Digital Nigeria.
This intervention has come, is timely, because if we look at the situation we are in the country today, the youth need something doing, they need empowerment, they need work to do. So this intervention will help us to have entrepreneurship, to help other youth that have nothing doing, to keep them busy so that they will not be out there to do what they are not supposed to do.
Chairman Youth Wing Christian Association of Nigeria, Gombe State Chapter, Deacon Yusuf Haske, also lauded the initiative and pledged proper utilization of the intervention, while calling on the present administration not to relent in ensuring that the gesture goes round all the states of the Federation in order to take the youths off the streets totally.
This is going to help us in so many ways. I don't know if you were told that about 2 or 3 numbers of youths have been put through, how to operate, how to take charge, of this ICT unit center. All of this was done by the Honorable Minister of Digital Economy.
The intervention includes sets of ICT equipment such as computers, generators, and other such equipments, which will aid the youth's gradual transition to digital literacy. Kinyose Waboke reporting for Nitda Impact.
Today's special report is on Nitda's framework on alternative dispute resolution (ADR) for the ICT sector and the prospects of ethical, time-bound resolutions.
Everyday online transactions within and across international borders continue to grow in intensity and complexity. The nature of ICT makes the world borderless, and as such, disputes pertaining to trade and intellectual property rights, such as patents, trademarks, copyrights, including software or know-how, can quickly spiral into complex legal situations. ICT disputes are multifaceted as they are technical. For this reason, when parties to ICT transactions get involved in conflicts, the most important thing to do is find a time and cost-effective manner to resolve the issues in order to avoid disruption of technology development, investment, and consumer interests. Conventional courts are not often well equipped to handle the intricacies because conflicts are complex and require expertise. Alternative dispute resolution (ADR) mechanisms, including mediation, arbitration, expedited arbitration, and expert determination, offer parties and their lawyers high-quality, efficient, and cost-effective ways to resolve their ICT disputes out of court. This is especially true of contractual disputes involving parties from different jurisdictions. International online transactions are also growing in Nigeria. It is inevitable that conflicts will arise as a result of the use of internet and information and communication technology (ICT). Nigeria's judicial system is currently ill-equipped to handle disputes relating to parties in an ICT setting. Legislations can be very expensive, while judges and lawyers lack the requisite technical expertise to litigate ICT-related conflicts. This is what informed the development of a framework on alternative dispute resolution developed by the National Information Technology Development Agency, Nitda. The ADR framework defines ICT conflict prevention as a body that ensures that conflicts in an agreement or ongoing ICT projects are identified at an early stage, resolved, and prevented from escalating further. Within the Nitda ADR framework, ICT disputes refers to disagreements between parties who agreed concerning hardware, computer components and peripheral devices, software, IT consultancy, cloud services, or internet services. The elaborate ADR framework also encapsulates the establishment of an online dispute resolution (ODR) platform. The ODR platform is seen as the most innovative and interesting aspect of the ADR, given that it is an online dispute resolution platform. The ODR platform allows for resolving of ICT disputes online, from filling, neutral appointment of arbitrators, online discussions, and rendering of binding settlements. The ADR framework has provision for the establishment of a body specialized in the field of organization and ICT, and is made up of experts in IT conflict management that will offer ADR options to resolve and, where necessary, settle disputes in ICT-related matters. The objectives of the body are: 1. To inform the respondent party about the complaint with the aim of settling the dispute between parties. The body shall provide an electronic complaint form to the parties. 2. To enhance cross-border transactions and market integration online while providing means of resolving disputes where it arises in the course of a transaction. 3. To provide the parties an ADR entity with the translation of information which is necessary for the resolution of ICT disputes. A complaint is valid to the extent that the ICT agreement initially contains an arbitration clause accepting that all disputes should be resolved by the agency, or parties voluntarily consent to applying ADR to resolve ICT disputes. The complaining party must fill in the electronic complaint form and ensure that there is sufficient information as to the course of the dispute. Data processed through the electronic complaint form and its attachment must be accurate, relevant, and not excessive. The ADR framework will also incorporate the Data Protection Regulation 2019 in the access, collection, and processing of users' data for dispute management and resolution. Through the scope and applicability of ADR framework, Nitda will be able to resolve all technical, commercial, or legal conflicts. It will also apply the ADR to disputes on contractual obligations stemming from hardware and software transactions, consultancy, telecommunication, the internet, online sales, and service contracts between consumers within Nigeria and a trade established in Nigeria using internet services. Here is Barrister Kayode Ajulo, a legal practitioner, to speak to us on ADR.
First, kudos must be given to NIDA, particularly when you try to understand what actually is the mandate of NIDA. Their mandate is to fix our information technology right towards the implementation, conceptualization, and most of the framework to ensure that our information technology policy is being fixed well. The normal way of resolving dispute, constitutional way, are the one by those institutions and bodies created by our constitution. Those are their courts. And you and I know, like I said, I'm not saying that it is too slow, but the operators, they seem to have that issue. And particularly, I talked about the technicality of it. Information technology, it is not an all-comer affair. It is those who are well grounded in it. It is for experts. Well, the document is quite important. Important in the sense that first, like the documents spread out, is to settle issues in ICT, that is among the practitioners of ICT. And not only that, despite the fact that the document recognizes some things. First, the power of NIDA to start ADR. Because by the time you check the section 6 of that NIDA Act, only make a very simple area of jurisdiction where NIDA may be competent to look at some issues. But with this new regulation is to widen that. Though I will add a caveat. The caveat means that the acts of NIDA need to be reviewed. With this new legal framework has widened it, and if such a thing should happen, irrespective of the fact that it will need the parties' consent, the act needs to be tinkered with. The act needs to be reviewed so that to give a wider jurisdiction, wider level of operation for the act. And apart from that, training, because when you mention ADR, irrespective of the fact that you need professionals, the professional need to be well grounded in issue of law, at least simple contract, simple evidence, and all that.
Here is Malam Kashifu Inuwa Abdullahi, the Director General Nitda, with this week's Digital Entrepreneur Talk.
Welcome to today's episode of our Digital Entrepreneurship Talk series. You will remember in our last episode, we explained two types of entrepreneurship: small and medium enterprise and innovation-driven enterprise. And our focus is on innovation-driven enterprise. You also learned about entrepreneurship capacity and innovation capacity you need to build for you to successfully start and grow innovation-driven enterprise. Today, you are going to learn 3 common myths you must let go for you to be a successful entrepreneur. Firstly, in his book, Bill Olet said, it is a common wisdom that individuals start companies, but research says a different things, that team can start company, and most importantly, a bigger team, in fact, adds more to the odds of success to start or to grow a company. Secondly, he says that it is a common myth that for you to be a successful entrepreneur, you need to be charismatic. But in his book, he says that charisma is not. What you need is interpersonal skills. Sales skills are more important than charisma. And the third myth is there is a entrepreneurship gene exists, which is not true also. There is nothing like entrepreneurship gene. In the beginning of the chapter, he talked about the gene hasn't and will never be found physically. Therefore, what you need to do is to develop skills in human management. You need to be a great recruiter, and also you need to have a sales skills to be a successful entrepreneur. Follow us next week to learn more about the 24 steps you need to start and grow a successful business. Thank you for watching.
Up next are our tech tips for the week. Here are 8 safety tips for online banking. 1. Enable alert and other security measures. 2. Make password complex and change them often. 3. Ensure web address start with HTTPS. 4. Always log out after transaction on websites and apps. 5. Never use same login for websites and software. 6. Always type bank website URL into browsers. 7. Never access account on public computer or device. And number 8. Be suspicious of emails and messages you get. On our startup launch today is Omar Suleiman Sabo with Usabo Apps. Usabo Apps is a mobile app development startup that focuses on developing educational and productivity mobile apps that will make it easier for people to get more from using their mobile phones.
My name is Omar Suleiman Sabo. I am a computer engineer, mobile app developer. I am from Hadija, Jigawa State. Sabo Apps is a mobile development startup that is in Jigawa State. We founded this startup in the year 2019. Our startup is focusing on developing educational and productivity mobile apps in order to help people maximize their time spent while using their mobile phones. We have already published some few apps on Google Play Store, and we are on the process of publishing in App Store also. It's by enabling students to be able to read something or to learn something on the go while they are using their phones. We plan to make our apps in such a way that you can be able to access educational materials offline or with minimal usage of data. Even if you are in a place where you have no network reception, you can be able to learn something and more people can be able to use our apps comfortably. We have gained a lot of positive feedbacks from people and some suggestions on how to improve our apps in order for more people to be able to access our apps. For example, on like the way we are going to incorporate both visual and audio materials.
Through the scope and applicability of the ADR framework, Nitda will be able to resolve all technical, commercial, or legal conflicts and apply to disputes on contractual obligations stemming from hardware and software transactions, consultancy, telecommunication on the internet, online sales, and service contracts between consumers within Nigeria and a trade established in Nigeria using the internet services. To learn more on how you can benefit from our activities, kindly log on to our website www.nitda.gov.ng or all our social media handles displayed right on your screens. Until we come your way next time, our special appreciation goes to the President, Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Muhammadu Buhari, the Minister of Communications and Digital Economy, Dr. Isa Ali Pantami, the Director General of Nitda, Malam Kashifu Inu Abdullahi, and the entire management and staff of Nitda for this program. I am Eddie Young Frank. Stay blessed.